You are ridiculous.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 13. I need to go renew my library card this morning because I have 2 different books on Libby that are like available to listen to. I always get my audiobooks from my library through Libby. They're available, but it looks like my library card expired, so I need to go get a new one. My library has a cutie little library card. Something that sucks, but it is what it is. I live like 15 miles outside of the city. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Because of that, I have to pay for my library card. It's like $110 a year. Or $60 for 6 months. Which is kind of absurd. But I want to support my local library at the same time. I think I'm just going to go in there and just pay for 2 more months because I'm about to have to buy Christmas presents this week. Let me update you on what I'm reading at the moment. I'm currently, well, the 3 books that I'm reading. Still reading Babel. I'm on chapter 21. I've been bouncing back and forth between the book and the audiobook because I'm really loving the narrator for the audiobook. I've been listening on Spotify and I'm really liking the book. I can see how people don't like it. It is so freaking dense and it's easy to get kind of like caught up and confused with everything that's going on in the first third because it's a lot. And it can come off as boring if you're not in the mood. It's truly like an arcane history. Like I feel like I'm reading a history book with magic intertwined in it, and I'm loving it. A lot of people have told me that this book made them cry, and there's like 12 different things that can make you cry. So now I'm nervous. I'm also reading Stay With Me. I'm only that far into it. And I'm also reading The Tryst, which I talked about. I think I mentioned that in yesterday's video. This is my Kindle book. This is my I Feel Smart While I'm Reading book. And this is my physical palate cleanser. The FMC in this book is a sociopath. Or no, she's not a sociopath. She has sociopathic tendencies. But I'm liking her. I'm liking her a lot. She's not crazy. She's done some crazy things and has made some interesting decisions. But she needs to unpack a lot within so we can figure out why she has these sociopathic tendencies. And I want to know what happened to her as a child. What happened to you? What are you blacking out? She's blacked it out. Right, Finn. While I'm at the library, I need to look for The Perfect Couple by Ellen Hildebrand because I do a book club with my closest friends, and that's the book that we're going to be reading for the month of December, this month, and January. They always have so many Ellen Hildebrand books at the library. So, like an abundance of them. The library is closed. It's 1 o'clock, and apparently they're having a Christmas party, but they reopen at 2. So I'm gonna go get some lunch. There's this coffee shop on the square down here and they have food as well, and I'm starving, so I think I'm just gonna get some food, get a coffee, and then we'll come back around. There was a lot of people waiting outside of the library, like the regulars who kind of just hang out there all day, and they were like, yeah girl, it's closed. And I was like, closed for what? They said it's a Christmas party and none of us were invited. And I was like, okay, see you guys in an hour. I only ended up getting 1 book, even though I saw so many good books in there. There was probably about 5 that I wanted to get, but I'm not gonna read 5 in 2 weeks. I'm assuming every single library lets you check out a book for the same amount of time. Mine only lets you have them for 2 weeks. I'm not gonna read that many books in 2 weeks. I have checked this book out from the library before, and I didn't end up reading it. Round 2, I have to read it this time because we're reading it for book club. I think this is a murder mystery. It's like 465 pages. The words are big in here. I just think it's hilarious that I literally checked this book out like 4 months ago and I never read it. They had a lot of newer books. I ran into one of the ladies who works there. She was putting away books and she was letting me know that before the end of the year, they're starting to buy a lot of newer, new adult type romance books. Because she was asking what I liked and I was just like telling her types of books that I enjoyed. She was like, you know what, go look in the new section downstairs, which the new section downstairs is normally not that great. So I didn't even go look first this time, but I went down there and looked and they have a bunch of new good books and they're starting to buy a lot more. They probably just need to buy a bunch of books for some reason before the end of the year. So she said come back in a week and a half and they'll have so many more new options. My library, up until recently, has not really had new romance books. They always had the older ones. I feel like the newest romance book they had up until recently was just Emily Henry and Allie Hazelwood. Like, no other options, really. They've been stepping up their game in the past 6 months. Proud of them.
You are ridiculous.
This is from Afterglow Books. It's kind of this, like, tier. Let's open the first tier. Up first, a Harlequin novel. Ooh, an MM romance. What is this? The fake dating game. Wait, it's like a game show on the front of it. Uncorrected proof not for sale. Manila Takes Manhattan. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. This is gorgeous. It says fans of Jasmine Guillory. That author sounds so familiar. Oh, okay, I have one of her books, but I haven't read it. Drunk on Love. Look at the front. Love. What is happening? Oh, they're gonna be movie stars together. Third tier. I don't think it's a book. I think it's just goodies. Afterglow Books is going to be under Harlequin, the publisher. So it's kind of how... Isn't Bloom under Berkeley? Am I wrong? I could be wrong with that. It's a spicy romance lineup underneath Harlequin, so... Oh my gosh, this was so kind. Thank you, Afterglow. I'm kind of excited to see what books come out of Afterglow. That's such a... Oh, did I just stab you in the eye? I'm so sorry. That's kind of a cute name. Kind of like it. Afterglow, it's gonna be like their spicy romance edition of Harlequin. Girl, what are you doing?